No.
Every time I think of you, I don't know. I feel loved again. I don't want to wait for days. Let me have you in my arms again. See, my dad, we don't want red, but we love to the end. Separate the soul and spirit. Now you take me everything. Just want to say everything. My head is me. My dear, that everything. Liar, liar, liar. I see everything will consign you. Consign me. Consign me. Cannot me. I see everything will consign you. Consign me. Consign me. Cannot me. Every time when I think of you, I feel love again. I don't want to wait for days. Let me have you in my arms again. See, am I not there for you? Of the person, yes I do. My melodies will strike a clue that I want you to know. Am I not there for you? Of the person, yes I do. I will fight through, I will fight through, I will fight for you. Of the question, yes I do. Am I not there for you? It goes like Jackie. Flip the music. Jackie. It goes like my heart beats for you. Every time when I think of you, I don't know. I feel loved again. I don't want to wait for this. Let me have you in my arms again. Please. I never said I can't have you. I put them on I can't fall. I never thought I didn't want to. Although you know I still come through. Even though it bye bye. My day for your heartbeat. My heartbeat. Every time I think of you, I don't know. I feel love again. I don't want to wait. Let me have you in my arms again. See, no one in my love. Oh my God, it's how I think it is. I'm so glad I found someone to hold till eternity. I don't want you more than I need to. Honeymoon far away from me. I request for your love. If I die, I'm dead for you. Of the person, yes I do. My melody to strike a clue that I want you to know. If I die, I'm dead for you. Of the person, yes I do. I go fight to, I go fight to, I go fight for you. Every time I think of you, I don't know. I feel loved again. I don't want to breathe again. Let me have you in my arms again. Am I not there for you? Of the person, yes I do. My melody to strike a clue that I want you I did for you. Fuck the question, and yes, I do. I will find you. I will find you. I will find you. I'm so glad I found someone to hold till eternity. I don't want anyone I love me to be. Honeymoon far away from here. I request for your love. If I lie in my day for you, fuck the person and yes I do. My melody to strike a blue. Now I want you and only you. If I lie in my day for you, fuck the person and yes I do. I will fight though, I will fight though, I will fight for you. Every time I think of you, I don't know. I feel love again. I don't want to break again. Let me have you in my arms again. Am I not in my day for you? Fuck the person and yes I do. My melodies will strike a blue. Now I want you to know you. Am I not in my day for you? Fuck the person and yes I do. I will find you. I will find you. I will find fuck the person and yes I do. Am I not in my day for you? I will find you. I will find you. Oh my God, it's how it is. I'm so glad I found someone to hold till eternity. I don't want anyone I love me to be. Honeymoon far away from here. I request for your love. If I'm not in my day for you, fuck the person and yes I do. My melodies will strike a blue. Now I want you and only you. If I'm not in my day for you, fuck the person and yes I do. I will fight though, I will fight though, I will fight for you. Every time I think of you, I don't know. I feel love again. I don't want to break again. Let me have you in my arms again. Am I not there for you? Fuck the person and yes I do. My melodies will strike a blue. Now I want you to know. Am I not there for you? Fuck the person and yes I do. I will fight you. I will fight you. I will fight for you now. Fuck the person and yes I do. Am I not there for you? I will fight over, I will fight over, I will fight over. If it goes back. Hi, good evening. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. Welcome once again to Chatroom with the King. My name is Victor King and I'm privileged to be your host for today. How is everyone doing? I hope you guys are still keeping safe. First and foremost, we need to realize that COVID-19 virus is not
out yet. I realize that so many people are losing their guard when it comes to keeping safe. Do not be deceived. It's not gone yet, okay? It's still in town. And we can only take precautions. We can only try and be safe. Mm. Right. Can you please do me a favor by just sharing this telecast? I don't know. For some reason, some people are just unnecessary mischievous. Didn't do nothing to nobody, but they've flagged my account. My account has been suspended for 30 days, 30 whole days. So the entire month, I can't use my Facebook. I can't post nothing. And once they flag the account, it affects the page. So the page is actually restricted right now. That's why you see I've been going back and forth trying to access the page from another account. So I can't share on all of my platform. In fact, this one going live on this page right now is a miracle. I have to add it from the Victor King 2. And even the Victor King 2, I can't post. I'm surprised it's still going live. They they flagged my account for a whole month. People are, but instead of flagging people's accounts, why can't you just own responsibility and just do the right thing? But they won't do that. They're flagging bastard out of this account now. So can you please just, click the share button and let's just have, some good time. I've been announcing we've been having to, events are rolling in and we've been having to push forward on the series for this month. We've been pushing it forward every time. So we want to see how far we could go today and then we'll continue next week. If at least we can, now I think I can go live on the page. I can't just share on each of my, personal account. So today, not, very quickly, we'll be talking about healing broken trust. Healing broken trust. When trust is being broken. So we're going to start from here in the entire month of April. And then in April, for some reason, for some explainable reason, been getting so much feedback since our February series. The February series have been getting tons of feedback. And on a more serious note, people, the subject of sex in marriage is kind of underemphasized, and so many people go into it only to figure it out. Really not knowing the details, some of the little things that we do that, can affect or truncate the relationship that we have and, the joy and the sweetness of marriage. So we're going to start from healing broken trust. And then in May, the entire month of May, we will go back to where we stopped in February. And we'll be doing more talk about, love, sex, and marriage in the entire month of May. Let's get started. Healing broken trust. Now, to so many people that might not understand what that is, you see, we live in a world of hostility today where it baffles me when I realize the mind of some people. So many people who have gotten it wrong at one time or the other. Can you guys hear me audibly? I know my voice is a little bit cracky today. Can you guys hear me audibly? Is everyone hearing me? I want to be sure that my voice is loud enough. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now, at so many times in so many situations, people get, into relationship. We are a product of two things. I mean, what we experience in life is a function of two things. One, the choices we make and the consequences that comes out of those choices. Choices and consequences. Now, some of us made some poor choices sometimes in life, or we made them when we are making it look like good choice. Sometimes some people make good choices, and somewhere along the line, things get sour. Now, if you make poor choice and you are getting a consequence, it's really not disheartening. But there are a couple of people who have given their all into their relationship, into their marriage. I spoke with a lady not too long ago who have been in a relationship with a man for 16 years. 16 whole years of your life. How can you recover that? And they were not married, like engaged, being in a relationship, dating for 16 or some years. The guy ended up jilting her, and till today, she's not been able to recover. You know, cheated on her and jilted her. And it's not really. This topic is not just about relationship. It's not just about marriage. It's about relationship entirely. People that you have committed to. Some of you have committed to friends. You have your childhood friend, like you've been everything. Where expectation is being destroyed. The place where expectations. Now, one of the reasons why we get disappointed is because we have expectation. Somebody that you have been with, somebody you have been in a relationship with 5, 10, 6, 15 years. That I saw, there are some things that you see that baffles you. If I see people who are in a marriage for 3, 4, 5 years and they broke up, it doesn't really bother me until when I see people who have been married for 20 years, 30 years, and they're having to go through divorce. Does it not bother you to ask certain questions? It's expected that they could have, been, accustomed to each other, get to the place of understanding. But yet it happens. Broken trust. Where trust is broken, hope deferreth, make the heart weary. That's what the Bible says. Now, you get to a place in life where I can give you instances and instances of women who have been married to this guy, and everything about her life is surrounded by this man. Her paycheck go to his account. She don't know how. She barely know how to start a car. She has never fueled a car by herself before. The husband take the car, take it to gas station to put gas in it. She has never have to fuel to the minutest thing. The man was everything and anything to her. Their marriage has been like this. And that same man in that same relationship slept with her friend. Not even slept with. The friend got pregnant for the husband. And she finds out and it becomes a big issue. And that ended the marriage. I want you to understand something. This is the hardest moment of life. There are so many of us here who have gone through disappointments at one point or the other in life. Who the least expected people have given you a shocker of your life. You never saw it coming. You really wished, you really hope, and you've trusted so much. When trust is broken, you've trusted this person so much. You put all your life on it. You invested your time, your resources in this relationship. You invested your entire life in this marriage. You have so much expectation. You guys started dating and you feel like at this point in time, okay, we should be married and then we should start raising kids. And then you get married and then you start raising kids. You left your family. There are so many of you. There are so many people that even the relationship with you and your family has been destroyed because you paid the price for you to be with the one that you love. The family said, don't marry him, don't marry him, don't marry him. But you were grossly in love. Some people have to leave their career just to follow as price for love. So many people's life has been slowed down. You know in your heart that if not for your commitment to this relationship, if not for your commitment to this marriage, you will have gone farther than where you are. You committed to it, and all of a sudden, the trust was broken. And since then, you have not been able to pick the pieces and the carcass of your life. Mommy Kende Shoba, thank you for joining. God bless you, man. I've been really, really blessed by those morning prayers. Thank you for what you are doing for the kingdom and the people of God. Thank you. God bless you, man. You've not been able to pick the pieces of your life together. You've tried to move on. In fact, you've had a couple of relationship or went on a date, but it is hard for you to trust again because you've once trusted with your entire life. You love like you defy the odd, and the trust was broken. I know a woman, she's in America here. She had to move to America because she could not be. See, some of us have to face the consequences of shame. Now the thing is messed up. They have to. Everybody is telling you, "Show ton shame on software." You fought your friends, you fought your family because you believe in love, you believe in what you share. Some of you have been taken far away from home, far away from your loved ones. Now you're this man that you have been with, you have moved with him to the United Kingdom, you have moved with him to United States. And it look as if this is not the man that you love. It look as if this is not the wife that you marry. The trust is broken. He suddenly changed and became wild, and he just don't want to see you. Listen, I will tell you different stories so that we will understand the magnanimity of when trust is broken and the consequences that people are living with. Some people has been dated back 10, 15, 20 years until today. They thought they have moved on, but they're still not what they used to be. They've not been able to pick the carcass of their life together. You still want to be in a relationship, you want to be married, but you cannot trust again. When you see somebody that you like, yes, you like them, you are drawn to people. Once they start getting into commitment with you, your heart is doing like this boom, 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 boom. You are afraid of getting hurt again. Some people have really healed off and they have moved on, but the healing process have not gotten to the place of trust. Your biggest fear is getting hurt again. There's a lady that I know very well. I know the marriage very well. She's now in the US. They were both married in Nigeria. This woman is from a very influential family in Nigeria. Maybe we can take it off from there. She's from a very influential family in Nigeria. Matter of fact, she's from a royal family. Very influential, very rich. Like there are so many of his family that are big name. Their name is ringing. Own multi companies in Nigeria. And as a young lady, he met this young man from a very, very poor background. Very, very poor background. And but this guy is very smart, extremely smart. As at when when she met this guy, was already out. He was working in a bank as a clerk because he needed to work to support himself. This lady that is this rich and successful lady is not that of a bookworm. She's not that bright. Now, this lady gained admission into the university and used her money from her parents, the money they gave her for school, gave it to this guy for this guy to obtain a form and then transform to go into the university. So she was away from home. The parent thought she was actually in the university. Meanwhile, she was using her own fee to sponsor the education of the boyfriend. The boyfriend was admitted in the University of Lagos. And they thought she was in school. She's not even in school at all. She was doing business. They rent a place and she was doing business and doing buying and selling. After a while, they found out at home that she's not in school. Of course, the family was really angry. They withdrew her out, and it was really a big deal. That eventually they did not bother to send her to university again. She went to teachers training by herself, and she was working, schooling, as a teacher, as a student teacher. She went to teachers training in Akoka. This girl single-handedly support bachelor's degree of this guy. The guy finished from the university. Because he has worked before as a clerk at the bank, he was able to secure a job. Immediately he graduated from the University of Lagos. Got a job at the bank. But about your life, Miss Lee. Àwọn family yín ní Manchester, wọ́n ti hack account mi. My account is suspended. That's why you didn't get notification. I have a lot of restriction right now. My account is suspended. I can't post, I can't share, I can't do it. I can't even post at all. I can't even like. So this guy got a job with the bank in the days of Savannah Bank. If you don't know Savannah Bank, and next time you want to call me, put respect in my name. I have to call me uncle. He got a job with Savannah Bank of Savannah Bank of blessed memory. Now, working And after a while, he showed up with the family of the girl and they decided to get married. The family looked at him and said, no, no, go possible. Omonile, no, no, from a royal family, you marry the boy like this. Of course, they refused. This lady fought her way through, fought the entire family. Like she refused everyone who was against the union between herself and this man. The family had no choice. They are Christian, they are members of, Lateran Assembly, Pastor Tony Bakari's church. Forcefully, because she was predetermined to be with this man, of course she has invested in him. You can't tell her not to marry him. They finally got married. And God, this lady finished from, a teaching school. She didn't do more than that. And she started working. She worked with the Lagos State government as a teacher. She grew up to level 14. If you know what civil service is. God bless them. And this husband grew from Savannah Bank to National Bank to Access Bank. What's the king Access Bank in Jegba? Intercontinental Bank. To Intercontinental Bank as a general manager to Wema Bank. As at when I knew them, he was the chairman of 5 companies in Nigeria. This man was the chairman of 5 companies in Nigeria, including Great Nigeria Insurance. He was the CEO of Wema Asset Management. He was part of board of director of Wema Bank PLC. And like that, God blessed them. So the sacrifice of this lady paid through over time. It was worth the while. They live a very good life. This woman she's a fashion designer. When she was sponsoring this guy, she went to learn the tailor. So she was actually sewing clothes to sponsor the boyfriend in university. Ah, 5 years into the marriage, 10 years, 15 years, they were trusting God for the fruit of the womb. They did everything they know how to do, but kids were not coming. 20 years into the marriage, they've done IVF many times, fly outside of the country. This man is so rich that he will go to work in the morning and from work, he was into stock at executive level. He will from work go to London and come back the same day. London. Leave Nigeria to London on first class flights, come back the same day. Leave Nigeria on a chartered plane to go and transact business and come back the same day or the next morning. That was how big he was. Have multiple property in Ikoyi and everywhere. But Ibiomo, the problem. They've done IVF, fly to India, fly to anywhere. They could not make. They're still trusting God for the fruit of the womb. 20 years into the marriage, baby was still not coming. They are good Christians, pray and do everything, adopt medical intervention. They tried to do surrogates, it did not work, and nothing was working. 25 years into the marriage, baby wasn't coming. 27th year, 27. I want you to listen to me closely. At the 27th year of marriage, this man called the wife and said, I want you to, maybe it's the borderline, but now, let me wind down a little bit. Remember I said she's working as a teacher with Lagos State government and she was already rose to level 14. At some point they started investing and they started a school, a primary school and a secondary school that is really ultra modern, big school. So the husband, way back in 2007, asked the wife to resign at level 14. Now, let me tell you what that means if you're in level 14. You just need one more level. If he gets to level 15, she has qualified to become a permanent secretary of the Ministry of Education or a director over time. She's qualified to be a director or a permanent secretary. That's at the level that she was. There is no sane person that should resign a job at that level. You better wait for your retirement instead of resignation. She resigned because the husband asked her to resign at level 14. Somebody that is already navigating to 50. She was maybe like 48 years then. You just have like max 10 years to retirement. But the husband said resign. She resigned. And she resigned to pick up, the role as a proprietor in the school that they just, herself and the husband just established. So they started the school. And she was working as a teacher, as a proprietress in this school for years back. The school was established in 2007. 2007 to about 2019 is a long time. That's about 12 years. She was working as a proprietress in this school without pay, without salary. Without income. Because, she's doing it as school wani, income coming on. Let me digress a little bit. Ladies, women, wife, may God prosper your family. May God prosper the work of your husband. May God prosper your husband. But hear me. Let God prosper you too. There's nothing wrong in having family business. But there's actually, again, nothing wrong in you having your own income that is for you. Yes, we will do family business. We will have family income, joint account, whatever it is. It's all right. But have your own if God permits you. There's really nothing wrong. Any relationship or marriage that want to restrict you from succeeding is not from God. There is no fear in love. A husband that is so intimidated by you succeeding and having your own income is not a good man. If I will have a wife that want to be skilled and want to be, I will encourage you. Why can't I be the husband of a millionaire? Ọlọ́run gbọ́wọ́ ọkọ mi sókè, Ọlọ́run gbọ́wọ́ ọkọ mi sókè. Àdúrà òfò ni o. Kí ló ṣọwọ́ tiẹ̀? Ẹ kọ́ Ọlọ́run gbọ́wọ́ náà sókè o. Pray for your husband is a good thing. A wise woman will pray for the husband. But more than that, pray for yourself. Ẹ má kàn yàyàwó alábọ̀dó, you just sit down there. Èní la rí kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀la. Èní la rí kò. This story I'm telling you, by the time I finish it, you will be sad on behalf of this woman. Èní la rí kò séèyàn tó mọ̀la. If Bible can say that the heart of a man is desperately wicked, who can know it? That means even God did not know it. As long as, except you are married to Jesus, as long as you are married to a human being, and it's vis-a-vis, it doesn't have to do with man or woman. I'm not stereotyping the men now. As long as you are married to a man or you are married to a woman, don't you ever in your life imagine that things cannot go wrong. Don't you ever imagine that things cannot go sour. Life is in phases. People are in stages. There is no permanent friend and there is no permanent enemy. African China says, your worst enemy if it be your best friend. Every now and then you go give your daily bread. You never can tell who go be your best friend. You never can tell when the world will go end. Listen, marriage is for companion. Marriage is for companion. It is so that you can have somebody to journey life together. Marriage is not life. Have a life first, then seek companion. It is our mothers failed in this area. That is why some of our mothers end up not succeeding. Our grandmothers, that is why some of them did not have a long life. You cannot afford to fall into the same thing. Our parents are teaching us to do the same thing they did and the way they did it. It did not work for them. It really didn't work for them. So whatever that, see, listen to your parent too. It's a good thing to listen to. Anybody that want to live long will listen to his parents. But when it comes to marriage, use your head. The formula our parents are giving us, the formula that they use that did not work for them. Submission is good. You cannot even be in a marriage if you are not ready to submit as a woman. Yes, love is good. It is important to trust. You don't have any business being in a marriage if you cannot trust the person. It's not about saying you are planning for bad days. No, that's not the point. But it's just wisdom. See, it's not because you are thinking that something bad can happen. But what is wrong in Kenya? Kí ló wrong in there? How can a sensible man have a problem with you having a side hustle, having a loan income? When they talk about joint account, I always say, yes, I don't think it's a bad thing, but I don't think it's a fantastic thing either. Yes, joint account. If joint account has to do with percentage, I support it. But putting your 100% income in a joint account with your spouse, I don't think so. You are a grown adult. You have need. See me finish can affect anything. See, there are so many toxic marriage today. Everything is heated. Around everybody, farabalẹ̀, ìyàwó farabalẹ̀. Stress ni. Tó bá ti ya ìyàwó dáàdì Kúnlé kò tẹ bá ń bọ̀ kẹra magi bọ̀ kò sí magi ńlé. Ó ń lọ láàárọ̀ pé ó ti sáré lé múlẹ̀ náà. Láti kí ni mo ní láti ra àwọn underwears kan. Àwọn ọmọ yìí ní láti ra kíní kan èlò ní $30. See me finish don start. Níbi tí ọkùnrin burú dé, àwọn obìnrin kan wà ń ta. Tó yẹ pé tán bá gbé jáde gan, àwọn náà máa tún san owó date. Àwọn náà máa tún fowó ṣí. Tí wọ́n máa wò pé eléyìí náwó fún mi, eléyìí gbówó lọ́wọ́ mi. Ó dẹ̀ ti gbàgbé pé owó tiẹ̀ ẹjọ́ ń dà pọ̀ ni. See me finish. See me finish dey start. Responsibility $50, $100 kàn dé. Ẹ jẹ́ kí dáàdi wá dé o. Wọ́n gbé bíìlì kan wá tí ò dín. You have to wait for your husband to do everything. See, na there see me finish dey start. Once you are becoming to present yourself as a liability in your marriage, I can give you a guarantee, it's a question of time. Your husband will cheat on you. And he will cheat on you legitimately. That is the kind of cheating that the man is not even running for you. Kì í ṣe gbọ́n tó bá ń dọ́jú fún ẹ̀kọ́ nǹkan ẹ̀ lé ni. Tó o bá ká sọ fún ẹ pé ìgbà náà kọ́. 9 out of 10 times, nǹkan tọkùnrin bá sobìnrin dà ló máa fi ń bò. It is him who stop you from working. It is him who will complain that you are a liability. Use your head. Men, research shows that men are easily intimidated. Men are natural coward. But there is no man. See, respect. The problem with women is respect. Respect your husband maximally. Let him feel comfortable in you succeeding. See, there is no sense. There is no, oh, women of this generation. I will tell you two stories of women of this generation. You will know that they are mumu futan. They are not, see, let's not use the word, they are not stupid. They are actually in love. That is what it's supposed to be. But you see, things are happening that you will now begin to see that life is different. Ayekpegba. A man that is intimidated or having problem with you succeeding is not God's will for your life. Oh. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o, èèyàn kan làwọn kọ́ Dora Akunyili o, èèyàn kan là. Why can't I be a husband of a millionaire? Like why? You succeed, you now have change of business, I will now be having a problem with it. No now. Èèyàn máa ń fọwọ́ lọ́wọ́ fi money. But ọkùnrin tó ní plan láti sabotage life ẹ̀, he will do everything to discourage you. Men are easily intimidated, so don't use your success to harass him. That's because we need to strike a balance. Women can easily start harassing a man with your success, or you begins to. It feels like your business is what is sharing you with your business. You are having a divided attention. Or in fact, you have taken your attention and your affection away from him to the business and the money you are making. Then he start having a problem with you. That's your fault. But he doesn't want you to do anything. Hear me. There are some things that you think your husband is doing for you in marriage that is not dìde rárá. Òun yọ̀, Yorùbá yọ̀ ní ọkọ mi ló máa ń bá mi ṣe. Òun yọ̀ wèrè nísìn. It's not a good thing. Ó máa yọ ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ lọ because ìgbà ò lọ bí òréré. Men with low self-esteem will do some things for you you think is a favor. It's not a favor. You don't know how to do anything. You can't drive to gas station. Listen, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about myself now. Hear me. I don't know why any woman that knows what she's doing will not be able to change tire. You have a flat tire on the highway. You are calling your husband as what? Mechanic. You don't know how to call the roadside assistant. Let's say you can't even jack. Because jacking tire is not power. This is 2021. It's not those days where we used to use muzzle to do like this. They are just put your jack and just turn it like this. It goes up, remove the tire, put another one there. Okay, let's say that's too much for you. It's too much science. Abi, you still don't know how to just call roadside assistant. There are so many women that cannot fill a form. Every job you have applied for, it is your husband that have to do the application on your behalf. I didn't share all your documents, all your password. It's because every account you created is your husband that created it for you. Why you don't bug your Facebook where you can share? Marriage is for companion. It is somebody that have a life that seek companion. Marriage is not life itself. Have a life of your own, then seek companion. Have a life of your own and then seek companion. That's the way it works. Don't just lose guard and just turn yourself to a non-entity. Because you seem as if you see one man. Ẹlòmíì rò pé òun tẹ remote orí ọkọ ẹ̀ ni. Mágàmájá. Ìjọ tó wá máa ṣọ́ọ̀kì ẹ̀. Ọkọ mi ò lápọn, ọkọ mi kẹ̀. Kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ wá máa tí wálé ní tí ó kàn máa jókòó sílé ni. You see, he doesn't go out. He doesn't do anything. Ìjọ tó wá máa fún ẹ ní ṣọ́ọ̀kà yẹn. àgbọ́pọ̀ ti fihàn èèyàn méjì lóyún síta. It doesn't go you just come ike ọkọ tèmi ò tiẹ̀ fún 15 minutes péré ló máa fi ń wọlé jáde ó yẹ oyún ti dé nìyẹn 15 minutes péré ní so kò ní láti pẹ́ǹtà. There are some men who are very smooth ó yẹ very very smooth. Oh, they say if you ask for money, they say you are doing business. Okay, fine. See, it is because you have income. That's why the man is saying you are doing business. Anyway, if you ask for money from a man and he's not giving you because he feels like you are doing business, that man is an irresponsible man, first of all. But guess what? You cannot correct what is wrong by what is wrong. If you can afford it, do it. Jẹjú ẹ̀ ṣe next time tó bá nídìí láti ṣe kinní yẹn kó má tiẹ̀ bí gan fowó ẹ̀ ṣe bí orí ẹ̀ máa set njọ́ kó máa bá ẹ̀. See, ṣebí you be women are very tactical. He will come, you will get him again. Owó yẹn ò yá ni mo bí ló ti máa yọ lára ẹ̀. Men that are doing agídí. You know how to. Any man that is not responsible. The Bible says a man that is not responsible to it, that is not taking care of his own house, is worse than an infidel. Is worse than an infidel. So it is wrong for you to now say because if you ask for money, he will not give you. That's why you now stop business. Who are you doing? You are doing yourself now. No, don't. You can't because of that not do business. In the first place, you two, man run and must you know your profits? Must you know your profits? Have a life of your own. If you are involving him in your business, he begin to do your profit and loss account for you. He knows how much you make, you know how much profit you make. You want to fire a single lot of. That one, my fault. Do your thing. It's not because you're hiding anything from your husband. But how come he's not telling you what you are telling him? Because, man, he's doing his own business. You might even know his salary. But if you do one or two sharp runs, he's not telling you. And that doesn't stop him from being a good man. That doesn't restrict him from being a good man. So why not? You guys always claim equal rights where you are not supposed to claim it. Those are the place. Let's get back to our leading story today. So this woman left the Lagos State government job at level 14, resigned to resume in the school as the proprietor of the school that she and the husband established. Right? Since 2007 to about 2019, about 12 years without a pay. She's doing it as school wani. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹnìkan ìjáwádé o. Nǹkan ẹ ló yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan wa o, whether in marriage or not. Àlàyé jára ẹ̀. Nǹkan mi ló yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan wa o. Ogún ọkọ ẹ, gbogbo nǹkan tọ́kọ ẹ bá ní, ìwọ àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ náà lẹ ní last àgbà. That is tó bá ṣáájú ọkọ ẹ kú, kò sẹ́ni tó kọ déètì kú lẹ̀ o. So who tells you pé o tiẹ̀ ní ṣáájú ẹ lọ́gàn in the first place? So there's no point putting your mind in whatever your husband has. It's madness. Tó bá ṣáájú ẹ kú ńkọ́. Now, whatever you and your husband are able to put together as assets is for you and your children. Basically, delete yourself inside if you want to be realistic. It's for your children. Because there's no law that says that you don't know who will die first between you and your husband. Tó bá sọ pé ìwọ ló máa gbẹ̀yìn kú. Tọkọ ẹ bá gbọ́ náà, òun náà sọ the same thing. Kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ kọ́ kú o. So, remove yourself inside. Whatever your husband or whatever you and your husband put together, whether it is a joint effort or is a sole effort from your husband, It is primarily for your children, and if you are lucky to live long, for you. But whatever you have is the one that remains for you, and then an inheritance for your children. What is wrong in you too, leaving an inheritance for your children? My great grandmother have enough assets, houses, that even to we the fourth generation, we still have access to our wealth. A woman, one woman, an illiterate. An illiterate. She was married, but she have her own houses. Build the first house, build the second house. In like 2 streets like this, my great grandmother have 3 houses. Land in acres. An illiterate woman. What is wrong in you having an inheritance for your children too? What is wrong in having something? Because, listen, púpọ̀ nù obìnrin mi kò wúlò fún mọ̀lẹ́bí ẹ̀. Àwọn fámìlì ẹ̀ ò jèrè, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń rí ẹ bí ìyàwó lówó. Your husband is socialite. Everybody respects him. God has helped you people to gather things together. But you know in your heart, tó bá pé àwọn family tẹ bá pé àǹtí kìíní kan, o ò lè dá 1 million kẹ́, o ò lè dá 500,000 ránṣẹ́ sí Nàìjíríà. O ò lè gbé bùkátà 200,000. You are just ìyàwó big man for nothing. And your husband is going back home. You are building the first house. The family are using it. One kaku, one access it. They are seeing you as big man. By the time they call you, wọ́n rò pé o láwọn ni, kó o láwọn ò lówó lọ́wọ́ ni. Ọkọ ẹ̀ kàn fojú ẹ̀ gbá bí ni. Because your friends, one mansion, you that your husband just built a mansion back home. You will go back, your friend will do party now. One mansion, mú èso èsì. From 500,000, 700,000. Oh, lè rà á. Kì í ṣe pé o láwọn ò ní. Ọba ní pé, no, èmi ò láìkí ká máa ra aṣọ ẹbí bẹ́ẹ̀. My own principle is different. Wọ́n máa gbé òun fọ́ọ̀mù principle yankini. O ò ní principle ò lò ó lọ ni. You are living as a rich man's wife, but you are poor. It's your fault. It's your fault. This lady left the job and was working as a proprietress of the school for 12 wholesome years. Remember that they've been married now for about 23 years and they are still trusting God for the fruit of the womb. Ọmọ ò tíì wá, and they have become wealthy. This is the woman who actually removed herself from school to register the husband. She single-handedly sponsored the university education of the boyfriend that she got married to eventually. "27 years in this marriage." This man is a pastor. Nobody could ever imagine. How can you live 27 years with a man? You know you will have lost God. You trusted him so much, 100%. This man called the wife and told the wife that, maybe because of the bustling of the school that you are managing, that's why he told you, Duro, I want you to go to Abuja. I've rented a place, go to Abuja. I have a doctor friend that they will put you, under observation and they can check you, and hopefully they will conduct a procedure for you, and then they ultimately do a surgery, and then maybe let's do that again. As a woman who is used to saying yes, sir, to the husband, she did not question it. She packed her bag and moved to Abuja. Went to see the doctor friend, and this man has collided with the doctor to just be deceiving her. They just keep putting her to so many diagnoses and all of that. The same week the woman went to Abuja, wọ́n gba ilé fún un síbẹ̀. Kò rò pé if you are there 3-6 months, hopefully Ọlọ́run máa ṣe màmá wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ so that kò ní ṣiṣẹ́ tó ní tí ò bá ṣe wàhálà oyún á lè dúró sára ẹ̀. The same week this woman moved to Abuja, this man brought in a girl. If it's a lady, it is better. 19 years old girl that will sneak in when nobody is watching, put the girl inside the car, cover him up, you have to bend down, sneak the girl in that he was sleeping with. Àṣírí tú, the thing blew out. That one went. This man eventually picked the receptionist of the office of the wife. The girl that is working as a receptionist in the office of the wife. Remember, the wife is the proprietress of the school. The receptionist in the office of the wife. 23 years old girl. Nígbà tó di ọ̀rọ̀ tó di pàṣírí ti tú rúmọ̀ tí ń jáde. Brought the girl in. Called the wife in Abuja on the phone to say this marriage is over. Now, the whole team say, everybody say, will this man do this? Not only that he ended the marriage, not only that he got married to the receptionist, 23 years old girl. This man is in his, I think they're like 54 then. They are age mates, both 54 years. Now, not only that he ended the marriage, not only that he ended up bringing in the receptionist into the house, he's 23, as in, mommy ló ń pè yàwó ẹ̀, ó máa kúnlẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ méjèèjì ni. Not only that, this man went everywhere to talk about the wife and accused the wife of committing multiple abortions. This same man has said it to us many times that he got married to this woman as a virgin when going was good. I have witnessed her talking about their marriage and said, I married my wife as a virgin. When he wanted to start going funny, he said the woman has committed multiple abortions. But in fact, òun find out pé ìyàwó òun gan ó ti bímọ kan rí. Ẹni tó pè lọ́mọ ìyàwó ẹ̀ yìí, incidentally, I know the girl. Ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ìyàwó ni, which he knows. Ìgbà tí wọ́n wọ́mọ tí wọ́n bímọ, that they could not raise a child, that was when the family just gave them that lady to just be living with them, Ó ń bá wọn gbé for years from childhood títí tó fi wọ university. So she went to the church and told everybody that guy that was living with them, that he found out that is the biological child of his own wife. And the wife has committed abortion so bad that her womb was ruptured that they have to evacuate her womb. So his claim was that the wife has no womb. And he did not know for 27 years. Shattered the reputation of this woman. I really don't mind if she wants to take another wife. Maybe some people will say, at least you want to woman, but not alternate. Maybe even if you discuss with the wife over this idea of getting another woman pregnant. Bóyá ìyàwó yẹn gan ò bá tiẹ̀ consent gan, because this woman, anything the husband says, she follows. Obey the last order. Ọkùnrin tó sponsor lọ school, ọkùnrin tẹ́ pé she single-handedly sponsor his life. But yet, she was very submissive. I know them like the back of my hand. This woman cannot question the husband. When they say somebody fell in love grossly, when the man become a big man and he become a director and CEO of many companies, he can't want the man. Now, this man brought in a new wife. They did not even give the legal wife opportunity to come and pack her things in the house. He stopped paying the rent of the house in Abuja that he was living. They evacuated her in Abuja. She became homeless. And She couldn't come home to the house. The man blocked everything and shut down everything. Wọn ò jẹ́ kó kẹ́rù ẹ̀. Ó kẹ́rù ẹ̀ síta fún báyọ̀ sọ pé ibi ni kóhun kó ránṣẹ́ sí ni. Her family have to go to the house to help her pick her stuff. Tí wọ́n ti kó síta báyìí. Pé kó kẹ́rù ẹ̀ síta. Ìyàwó bàbá olówó ni mò ń sọ. Ìyàwó tán ní more than 3 houses ní Ìkòyí ni o. This is somebody that they have a whole estate. I'm not saying a house. A estate with like 40 houses, 40 flats in the estate. If you go to that estate, each of the flats is 4-bedroom bungalow. They have like 40 in the estate. They have a big secondary school, a massive primary school. This is somebody who is a billionaire. When they started their university project, that school was, when they launched, the contract was launched with 2 billion naira. And this is the wife. The marriage ended and this woman became broke. Not a pin. She can't afford 50,000. Yeah, Babalo, not a pin was taken out of that marriage. Not a pin was in her name. Not even the car. She was driving an Honda CR-V then. The man took it and sold it. Not a pin was she able to take out of that marriage. Took in another woman. Before Jack Robinson, they went to do court marriage. Remember the circumstances at which they married. She fought all her family. This woman is from a very rich family. Fought them, don't talk to them, walk away from them because they say don't marry this poor boy. And she worked her ass out to sponsor this guy in university, did everything. Iwájú ò ṣe lọ, èèyàn ṣe padà sí. There was nothing to fall back on. She have to defy the shame and go back to the same family that she has fought multiple times because of her husband. Went back to her family and of course, wọ́n wá inú sí lára tán ṣe lè wá sí lára. It was the same family. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dáwó fún un. And they said, she can't face the shame. This is, if I mention the name, it's a popular name. If you Google their name, it's a popular family in Lagos. They have to gather money for her and just help her with 1 or 2 things. And she relocated to the United States. After working for years as a professional, get to level 14. If she had worked 2 more years, she would possibly be a permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education. The husband asked her to resign. That's a woman who has built a career to that level, who has been a proprietress. This woman, when she's coming, there is a boss, she has a convoy. Convoy, no, I think, being when she was the wife, when things were going good. A truck full of police will be in front, a car will be coming behind. Truck will be going in front, a car will be coming behind. That same woman today in Texas is a caregiver, changing diapers. Have to come to America as an undocumented immigrant to struggle her way out at the age of 56. Broken trust. Healing broken trust. How do you think this man will ever recover? How do you think this woman, even if she finds love again, you think she would ever trust? It's been 2 years now, or about 2-3 years, that this man has taken the new wife, 23 years old girl, the receptionist of the wife, receptionist. It's been 2-3 years now tó ti léyàwó lọ tó borúkọ woman yẹn jẹ́ káàkiri. Have to sneak into the United States to come and hide herself. It's been 2-3 years now. Do you know? Pé ìyàwó kékeré tó fẹ́ ọmọ 23 years tó fẹ́ tó nítorí ìyàwó òun ò bímọ. Ọmọ yẹn ò yè lóyún dì sí yẹn. Tó bá gbọ́ pa báńgà ló dún. Oh, image is here. At least I have a witness. He knows the family very well. Healing broken trust. Please don't mention their name. You know I don't send them. I don't send him, but for the sake of the woman. This was a story that made almost national newspaper. Now, till today, ìyàwó tó padà mú kò níyàwó kò bímọ dì sí o, kò lóyún o. Does that not tell you that the wife was not the problem? This story I gave us is to explain to us how bad people can break down if trust is broken. When trust is broken. Somebody said the other time, he said, women of nowadays knows better. So you feel like this one is an old school woman. Let me tell you another one of a new school woman. They live in America here. Husband and wife migrated to the United States here. In fact, before I go there, do you know, let me finish the story of this people. Do you know that when the thing broke out into a big issue was when ngbà tó fẹ́ yàwó tó lọ fọ́mọ 23 years yìí tó gbé sílẹ̀ yìí, another woman came from nowhere. This same man that the husband, the wife trusts the husband die. Do you know that another woman showed up to fight this man? Because he said the man has been promising her marriage and the man did not marry her. So when he heard that they left the wife, he felt that she would be the next person that the man would marry. And then seeing that the man now carried one small girl, she was angry. She came out and began to fight. And this one is even a grown woman spending money on this man. Spending money on this man. Now, the woman who showed up said he has been in a relationship with the man for 16 years. So for the past 16 years of their marriage, this wife trusted the husband, not knowing that you're having an extramarital affair with a woman for the past 16 years. How do you heal from such damage? I will tell you another one real quick before we now go through the process of healing. They say that one is so. This one is it's not what has happened, it's what is happening right now. A lady got married to a husband and then after over time they moved to the US. Like almost most people, if not everybody, have to face through the process of immigration and regularization in the US. This husband called the wife and said, "Oh yes, we got to do what we got to do. I need to do. There's somebody that want to fight for me. This, that, this, that. I have to. Let's get a divorce, and then I will marry this lady. Nothing involved. The woman even showed up. And the wife, because he want good for the husband, she obliged. They went and then get married so that for the purpose of filing, then they get to file for this lady. I'm telling you something that is still existing. So they fight for this lady. This man fight for this man. This man got her papers. He was still with the wife. So the lady that he claimed that he was just helping, just help. I think they say he paid his stipend. Okay, he got his papers, everything, got his permanent residence. The wife was still waiting. The idea was that if I get the papers, get everything done, then I will file for you. Got everything done, and then what's going on? Get a job, this son. By the time he got his paper, he got a good job, very good job. Started making good income. All of a sudden, he stopped coming to the house, maybe sleep in the house maybe twice. He would disappear like 2 weeks. Like no call, no phone call, no call, no show. Not knowing where he is. Come back home, battered and battered and drunk. The wife asks any question, cook baju fun. Like in America, beats the wife recklessly. He went so bad that this man will go out and come back drunk and come back with a woman into the matrimonial home, kick the wife out of bedroom. It looks unbelievable. Even me, if I don't know who it happened to, I no go believe and say if it happen for Yankee. I don't know how some women have mistaken submissiveness to foolishness. Oh. Don't risk losing your life. Oh. Don't risk it. Oh. When things get sour to a point, my father said when something there are certain things in life that when things go bad to an extent, it can never be good. Because even if you fix it, the dent can never be straightened. So just leave it and walk away. We bring woman to the house right in the face of the husband, like right in the face of the wife. The wife complain, he will beat her, so she can't complain. She just living in silence and crying and crying. And all of a sudden, he disappeared. He will just show up, spend like 2 hours, and disappear again. Later, the wife finds out that the woman that said he was just helping to fight for them already had 2 kids for her husband. Two. So the entire time that you first of all did the filing, which is the phone don't buy a gun, go to the 5. 2 kids for the husband. Well, they got married, yes, because of filing. But actually, said, you might feel like that is understandable. But over time, the secret broke that there are 2 other women that has already got pregnant for the man. That is why he can't stay in the house. He's servicing different units. Ọkàn òun gan ò balẹ̀ mọ́ ìṣó ti gbé ṣòro síra ẹ̀ lára. Kò sọ́kùnrin tó ń jẹ òde tí ò ní kàgbákò. 2 other women eléyìí tó ṣèwé fún ti bímọ méjì fún ó ti fún méjì míì lóyún ibi tọ́rọ̀ ti wàhálà ti wá ṣẹlẹ̀ akátá tó wá ṣèwé fún I don't like using that word, it's not fair. The American lady tó fààyè fún ló wá kà pé finds out that he has gotten another person pregnant. Ìjà wá dé. So it was when they started having fight, this woman went to immigration, want to mess him up, but I mean, he already got his permanent residence. There's really nothing she can do again to harm the guy. But immediately, put him on child support, put him on this. This guy became a recluse. He has like he's technically a fugitive. Now you have to service this, if one person is paying 3 child support. See, hear me, women. If you are dealing with a man that seems like his heart is far away from you, if you have done your bit and tried to work things out and it's not working, I beg you by the mercies of God, you either lose a man than lose your life. It is better to lose a man than lose your health. It is better. Because you see, you can't change the heart of a man. Most times, ìṣòro ti wọnú ayé òun gan. My marriage, ọkọ mi, ikú ẹ̀ ni ó pa ẹ́. Bí èèyàn torí ọkùnrin kan kú àbọ́kùnrin kan torí obìnrin kú, ẹgbẹ̀rún obìnrin ló kọjá lórí sàárà. Ó lè fọ́ ọ̀yàn lórí grave ẹ̀. Because èèyàn tí ò ka ẹkún tẹ́lẹ̀, why are you mourning losing what you never had in the first place? I realize that so many women, you are mourning a husband that you never had. This man, his heart is not with you in the first place. So now he's walking away, you see him with another person, you're having that take. You are crazy. You rather lose a man than lose your life. You rather lose a man than lose your health. Afford to let go of a man than lose your peace. Now, this man is paying child support here, paying child support here, three places. He can't sleep in the house. But you see, he couldn't tell the wife. He's already miserable. Do you know that it now? Even the wife has not even placed him on child support because she has not been responsible for the children. He's already paying three. Imagine if the wife now put him on child support because they have two kids together. Nígbà tí ìwọ ọkùnrin ẹyọ kan bá ń sọ child support lọ́nà mẹ́rin, ṣáyé ẹ̀ ò ti bàjẹ́. Ẹ má wulẹ̀ máa jàjàkíjà women don't fight a year fight. Ọkùnrin tó bá lóun fẹ́ jẹ̀ta tipátipá, òun fẹ́ máa jẹjà, don't struggle. Á bá tòde pàdé natural law ni. Kí ló wà ń gbòòrò? It is of great peace to be true to a woman that is true to you. Your life will move forward. You will do well. You want to be man and man with nobody only person. But you want to jump from one lap to another lap, from one woman to it's a question of time. Agbakondrode. Sit back and relax, woman. Stop having that take. Sit back and relax. Don't stress yourself unnecessarily. Don't try to save what you never had. Now, this lady, Batija broke out, Nita, was when the wife began to find out how much atrocity the husband has committed. Her heart broke. And her blood pressure went. Somebody who have never had a terminal disease, who never had any ailments, is living on medication. If she mix one pill, she's going in and out of ER almost every week. Every week. Scheduled for one surgery and then another surgery, another surgery. Her health is dissipated because one man broke the trust. She could not imagine who will she call, especially those of us who are in abroad. You are far away from family and loved ones sometimes. You are just dying in silence, and because we are Africans, you don't want people to know what is going on, what you are going through, so you did not even talk to anybody. Talk to somebody. Báwo ni family ọ̀kan kan ọmọ kan àwọn we thank God dáàdì kì í náà ṣẹ̀ jáde nísìnyí. Hey. They rather say ṣótán ẹ than you dying in silence. Tẹ́ni ò ń ṣe ni tèèyàn ní ò ń ṣe èèyàn kò ṣeé fi wá láàrò lásán. Your family is your family. Matter of fact, I don't support being in marriage in isolation. 8 out of 10 times, if everybody I say don't marry him, family say don't marry him, friends say don't marry him, I will back off. Oh, you are already in marriage. Things are not going right. You are already losing your sleep. Talk to somebody. It is therapy to even talk to somebody. Talk to somebody and calm your nerves down. Bó o kú torí ọkùnrin kankan kú sára ni. You are responsible for your own life. Like I said, marriage is for companionship. Marriage is not life itself. Have a life. Into companionship, there are thousands of opportunities that is waiting for you. This woman, this lady now, very young lady in her 30s. Kò yẹ kó máa go through nǹkan báyìí. She's been out of job for months now. Not because she don't have a job, but she can't work. She have like multiple diagnoses now. Is scheduled for surgery and then scheduled for nurturing, living on pills. And this man is it's now with one of the baby mamas now, living a good life, wishing Jayelo. How do you heal from a broken trust? Little are we talking about why things get bad. That's not the subject. The subject is it is already bad, things has gone sour, which is the dank manabai. How do you pick up your life from here? How do you pick up your life from here? We will start, maybe take 1, 2, 3 process of healing today, and then we'll continue next week. It's almost 5 o'clock. I mean, how long have we spent? Okay, 1 hour, 25 minutes. I have about 30 minutes left. Number one, tell yourself the truth. It happens. Hear me. No matter how your own story may be, because you see, some people are listening to me now, you're going through your own now. There's somebody listening to me now. Every other person that knows, every other person thinks that you have a perfect marriage, but it is only you that know what you are going through now. You know that your marriage has already ended. You are just living as you are scotting together right now. You know that the way things are going, you are seeing the end of the road, and your heart is bitter. You really don't want this to end. Tell yourself the truth. You hold yourself a responsibility to tell yourself that this is happening. I'm not saying tell somebody now. Tell yourself that this is actually happening. Don't spend the rest of your life saying, imagine, I can't believe it. Believe it. It happens. It happens. Life happens. Sometimes you put in your best and things just don't work out. What is not meant to work will not work. You bad go this up or not. There's nothing you are going to do about it. The bottom line is that you put in your best and your trust and your commitment and your love into the life of a man that is not worth you in the first place. It's not worth you in the first place. So don't try to fix what is already damaged. Because even if you straighten it up, the dent, you cannot iron it. Some of you, women have a lot of faith. That's why you have more women in church than men. Women get faith die. You keep lying to yourself that you have something in your hand, and you know there is nothing. But you are more interested in society and people's opinion and how they would laugh at you. You will hurt yourself more. You will hurt yourself the more. I know I've been there. I've been through the states of disappointment and broken trust. I know how it feels like, especially when you are come from certain environment, like a cultural environment and a religious environment, you don't even know. Èèyàn mélòó lèèyàn fẹ́ rojọ́ fún? Àwọn ọjọ́ kan wà gan tí ò ṣeé sọ síta. Now, because of what is going on in your marriage, you are running for typically everybody. I mean, I withdrew for over 2 years. I didn't see anybody. I don't want to talk to nobody because I'm avoiding the subject. People just think that you are proud now, Abi, you don't want to talk to anybody or you don't have a social life. They don't know that it is because of what you are going through. Your own marriage has not ended, but in your head, you know it has ended. The last time you've been sexually intimate with your spouse, it's been years. You know the marriage has ended. You are just, what did they call it? You are just roommates. You are sleeping in the room, he's sleeping in the living room. So why did the Sunday ẹjọ́ wọṣọ kan náà ẹ lọ church? Happy family. Once you get back inside, everybody switches to their mode. You can't say one word to him. He repels you and despises you. Even you don't have that connection again. Even the man comes to make advances to you. You are having sex now like you are fulfilling marital obligation. That connection is so that you know in your mind that you are not enjoying it. It may be because it just jump on you, just so that they won't say you did not give it. You are just doing it. That connection is not there. You've already seen that you are beginning to drift to like something else, or you just meet one man that is giving you attention and your emotions is already drifting to another man because you have lost it with your husband. But you see, you clothe all of this. You clothe all of this with good makeup because you don't want it to look like what it is to the outside. You will hurt yourself the more. Tell yourself, break the news to yourself. This is happening. It has happened. Tell yourself, but me dada, no matter how bad it is, you are not the first. I can promise you the name of God, you will not be the last. Ọlọ́run, ìwọ ló rò pé tí ẹ ló dé and you are afraid of what people will say. Tàwọn kan gan wà already in pipeline. In fact, it is when you speak out and people want to be honest, when they now tell you their own, you will now realize that your own is a learner. Your own is rehearsal compared to some people's ordeal. Don't insulate your struggle. Don't sugarcoat your pain. Stop postponing. Some of you are better divorced than being the married that you are now. People who are divorced are happy. At least they ascended. You know, everybody has already. They will gossip you. I can't guarantee you that. They will gossip you, but they will keep quiet. Every gossip die in 40 days. Within 40 days, you die in natural death. What else? Except if you are the one that is extending it by yourself. But at least if you are single, you will have accepted your fate that yes, you are lonely. You will be lonely for a while. If God help you, you will pick yourself back up. Than being in the marriage that you are constantly humiliated. You are staying in your room, you are weeping. When you hear a knock on the door, you will wash your face. Uh, uh, Tell yourself the truth. You are still married. You are still Mrs. Banjoko, Mrs. Diso. But you know that you and your spouse, you are 2,000 miles apart. Tell yourself the truth. Don't lie to yourself. That's the first process of healing. This happened. Don't focus on kí làwọn èèyàn máa sọ, kí ló fẹ́ sọ. Oko tiẹ̀ ti fẹ́yàwó like 5 times, ó ti ṣe wedding like 5 times ní ìsìn, ṣọ́pá ni, ṣé èrò tán ṣọ̀ṣì ẹ̀ ni, ó sì ní member now. Sometimes you don't magnify your problem beyond what it is. It is human that some marriage will not work. It is almost natural. Yes, it's a function of 1 or 2 mistakes, poor choices, poor decisions. Yes, the consequences is that this has happened. It has happened. You see, in life, you either win or lose. Maybe you just didn't do well, or maybe it's just an opportunity. Divorce is an opportunity for you to recognize the problem and avail the opportunity to probably try again. Instead of staying in this one that obviously is not working and die there, avail yourself the opportunity to be found. You stay where you are not even appreciated, recognized, demand. Some of you are still, let me tell you this. She can break table by. Should I break this table like this? I don't know if I should. Kí ni Bukky Jesse máa ń sọ yẹn náà? Can I go deeper? Some of you, in fact, some of the signs that you will know that your marriage has ended, you are just still coexisting. Some is that you are not having the sexual connection again. But some men, they are constant. Maybe you like your body, he's attracted to you sexually, but he doesn't respect you again. You don't have the only thing that she don't shape for right now is just sex. So he's still coming, he's still sleeping with you, right? But how do you know that your love has traveled far away in the heart of a man? Huh? You as a married woman, you will do all the sexy lingerie, everything. Your husband is coming to you at night, make sexual advances. If you notice that in the moment of your sexual intimacy, let me ask you a question. When was the last time? I'm not saying that he peck you because people are there, or he just kiss you because he's seen somebody's face. When you are in the room, when was the last time? Not you going to kiss him and initiate a kiss. When was the last time your husband, in the place of sexual intimacy, actually kiss you like deep kiss? If he doesn't do it again, his heart is far away from you. Babe, this is a straight from the heart secret. You see, of all form of romance, you see that kissing is, you can't fake it. It's special. Èèyàn tó bá fọ́ fún, èèyàn tó bá fọ́ fún, you will have a difficulty going mouth to mouth with. You will have that difficulty. Before you know, you guys can kiss non-stop for 20 minutes before. Now he's just coming to you. Who can wọlé jáde? You are not even stimulated. Before he just come to the bed and just touch you. You are not wet. You are not doing anything. Now the sex is even painful. It's painful. Because you are not, well stimulated to that point. But alábòsí lọkọ ẹ náà. He's having sex with you so that it won't look as if you won't use that as an excuse to report him when you want to talk. So he's still coming to be sexually involved with you. But how do you know that his heart is far away from you? At those things. When romance is beginning to miss in sex, and of all romance, you see that kissing, if he's beginning to have a problem doing it, it's not your husband again. Alone. I'm very serious. He can't go mouth to mouth and kiss you like, not just that kiss go here. That's just mouth peck. Goes like at least 7-10 minutes straight. Those. You know how when love will exist between you now, how you go tonguing. If you can't, he's really struggling to do all of that again with you. In fact, he prefer doggy style for you every time now because he doesn't want to see your face. Oh God, take me my fault. That's not where we are going. Let me leave that. How do you pick yourself? Number one, tell yourself the truth. Tell yourself the truth. That there's no couple that don't like kissing. It's not possible. There is none. There is no couple that don't like kissing. I can guarantee you that. You cannot be irritated with somebody that you love. See, and two shall become one. When you are in love with somebody, it's not me and her. The two of you are actually one person. If you can swallow your own saliva, and then you can't. Women, hear me. If you are dating, let's not even say marriage. You are dating a man that you say he doesn't like to kiss. Run. Run. He's kissing somebody else. It's a lie. He's not in love with you. I'm telling you now. Okay. Not the very 40B. Somebody say how about a man with mouth to door? Yes. Mouth to door might cause a man to have a low self-esteem if he knows that you have a mouth to door. It can make him have a low self-esteem and is like withdrawing from kissing you. You know? Is withdrawing from having to engage in kissing women because he is aware that he has mouth to do. Two things, sister. Are you a lawman? If you can deal with the mouth to do, give him faith. That one is your problem. It's your personal prerogative. You understand? But if he's not kissing because he has mouth to do to the best of my knowledge can be attended to. You can fix it. Get a dentist. Sometimes it's just bacteria. It's not just toothbrush or. There are some grown-up men that are actually obun, 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 obun. But if it's like medical issues, get a dentist. So sometimes it's just bacteria that they need to treat. You can't have mouth to do all your life. It can be fixed. It's a problem that can be fixed. Somebody says, Bridget say I don't like kissing. Let me not answer you. Someone said some couples can't even use same spoon, talk less of kissing. Love is missing in that marriage. They are housemates, they are not couples. Honestly, they are not couples. I will confidently tell them that love is missing in their marriage. They actually married for every other reason aside from love. They married for maybe for social reasons, for religious reasons. They married for any other reason aside from love. One thing is missing in that marriage. It is love. Okay. Johnson Smith said, the reason I said that is because some partners don't know how to do it properly, and that kind of put you off, but not that you don't love him. Well, we comes to the point of communication. Hear me, if I love you and you kiss me and probably bite my tongue, alaye, jẹ́ kó rí ẹ pé o. It's just like oral sex, like a woman is giving you head. There are some women that will give you head. 2 days later, you realize that you have sore. Ó ti gé ẹ̀jẹ̀ mọ̀, gbà yẹn ń dùn mọ́. Later ló kàn máa realize pé ibì kan ta ẹ̀ bẹ̀, every office ti bó nìyẹn. Communication ni, see, nobody is born a porn star. Hear me. There is nobody that is born a porn star. We grow into it. So if there is love, we will not be ashamed. It's just that our culture, sentiment, man, as Africans, we always act foolishly. We just feel like you are not supposed to talk about some things. You understand? You should be able to talk about everything to your spouse. If you have a spouse that you are ashamed or afraid of having certain conversation with, Oga, if you are not married, please don't. There is no fear in love. That's what the Bible says. There is no fear in love. Bible says, and Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden and they were naked and they are not ashamed. One of the elements of love is that fear and shame has no place in it. I understand the culture that we are raised with. Some women can't even talk about their sexual interest because you don't want your husband or your spouse to see you somehow. Woman that became yakuya oga. Oh, lè máa ṣọmọlúàbí nínú bedroom with your husband. Tó bá yàyàkuyà pẹ̀lú ọkọ ẹ̀ ta ló fẹ́ yàyàkuyà fún? Wọ́n ti gbọ́kọ ẹ̀, àwọn ọmọ tó ń tọ́kọ ẹ̀ nílé tó ń náwó ẹ̀ fún, àwọn ọmọ tó ń túraká ni àwọn Ṣàkírá túraká tó ń gbéjà pàdé ẹ̀. That is the same thing is running after them for and chasing. So why can't you be that with your husband? You can't express yourself, then something is missing, and that is love. Ronke Etimiri. I beg to disagree with you that I don't know where you got the philosophy from that our mothers and fathers did not kiss themselves. What kind of mother and father do you have? You are wrong. Kissing did not start from our generation. Go and read the Bible very well. I don't know where you got that from. Don't always underestimate those. Our mother and father are just hypocrites. They don't do it in your presence. That doesn't mean they don't do it. Now, again, from the other side, the truth is that most of our parents that were married against us, love was missing in their marriage the entire time. They were tolerating each other. They just resolved to be together. They do every other thing than love. Love has been missing in their marriage long ago. Don't deceive yourself. Oh. Now, so the process of healing a broken trust when things has gone this bad is tell yourself the truth. Tell yourself the honest truth. Yes, things is bad. Love is missing. Things is getting no style. As much as you don't want to wash your dirty linen outside. Don't lie to everybody and still lie to yourself. You will hurt yourself the more. Because you see, the lie you are telling to yourself that, oh, it's not that bad. It can be it will prolong the days of your pain. It will prolong the days. You are extending you are extending the days of your pain, and there is a little that our body can carry. Our spirit, once your mind is broken, it's a question of time. Your body will break. Now, you cannot lose two things at the same time. You have lost the trust. You have lost this love. You have lost this relationship. You can't afford to lose your mind. A man who hurts you should still not take your life. Because you see, if your mind is intact, another man food is another man poison. If your mind is intact, you will be you will be suitable for another man to find you. The only reason why so many of those who have been divorced or single or separated have not been able to find another partner in life is because they walk around all their life with bitterness, pain, and anger of the broken trust of their previous relationship. You are just in your 40s. Àwọn ọmọ 50 ń pè ẹ́ ní mọ́mì. O ò dẹ̀ mọ̀ páyé ń ṣe ẹ́. O ti fi ìrònú ṣera ẹ léṣe. Everybody that is trying to make friends with you are older than you. It's because you look like them. Because you have walked out of that relationship with bitterness, pain, and anger, and it has begun to break your nerves. Number 2, don't beat yourself up. What do we call the first thing? The process of healing. Tell yourself the truth. Number 2, don't beat yourself up. Listen, we make poor choices. Let's even say it's your fault that the relationship have to end, or this marriage is ending in jeopardy and these things is going bad. Let's even say it is your fault. You did something that is not good enough, or you make poor choices, and then you realize that, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Or, let's even say it's your fault. Do not beat yourself up. You have suffered a loss already. Don't beat yourself. Somebody is humiliating you. You can't beat yourself up for it again. Living a life. See, this is what we do. A relationship that is now toxic or that is ending, that is now, this relationship obviously has ended. Or things happen, your trust is broken. Things just go differently from what you expect. You now begin to beat yourself up and live in pain and anger, and then start going, oh, wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ fún mi gbà yẹn o, bá tí mo kí n má ṣe ìgbà yẹn tí mo owó tí mo gbà ní kíní gbà yẹn báyìí nígbà tó ń sọ mẹ́lẹ́fì tí mo nígbà tó ń talé dádì wa báyìí nígbà tó ń pín ogún dádì mi gbogbo owó yẹn báyìí òun ni mo kó fún tó fi ṣe kíní kan gbà yẹn. You begin to recount your loss. You are ọ̀dẹ̀ ni mí. You are living in regrets. You are angry. Every act of benevolence or every good gesture you have while you are in a relationship with somebody, with a man or with a woman, and the relationship has ended, it's not a loss. And I will tell you why. Tó bá jẹ́ pé inú kan ló fi ṣe, gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe, you deny yourself, you deprive yourself, you invest your time, your resources, and this man and this woman end up breaking your trust. Tó bá jẹ́ pé inú kan ló fi ṣe, God compensates every labor of love. But you will deny yourself of that compensation if you continue to live in bitterness, pain, and anger. See, I don't care what you have done to that woman. I don't care what you have done to that man. And then he left you. And then every investment is not a waste. Hear me. Stop beating yourself up. You are not stupid. You are not a fool for loving. You are supposed to love. Everything you have done, that thing that goes wrong, is not because you did the wrong thing. You have not done anything wrong by loving. You have not done anything wrong by loving this man. You have not done anything wrong by loving this woman. You have not done anything wrong by investing your time. You have not done anything wrong by supporting morally, supporting financially. You have not done anything wrong. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. That it did not work out. Hear me. That marriage did not work out. It's not single-handedly your fault. It's always a joint responsibility. Don't beat yourself up. That is double wahala for dead body. You are serving double punishment. This man just broke your heart. Now you want to beat yourself up and blame yourself for every good thing you have done. No. Somebody's misbehavior, hear this, somebody's misbehavior should not condition your own good behavior. The fact that he betrayed you does not mean you are foolish, because when you are doing those things, it's not because you are stupid. You did those things, it's not because you are dumb. You did it because you are in love. He is the one who is stupid not to deserve such good gesture. That a man took advantage of your love and sincerity is not a loss on your side. It's a load on his head. God is interested in the affairs of men. God compensates. God is interested in the affairs of men. You will do yourself a great harm by beating yourself up, because you will deprive and deny yourself the compensation of God. téèyàn bá sunkún ó máa ń tijú ni. Hear me, hear me. When you cry, your eyes is closed most of the time. So when opportunity is passing by and you are crying, you will never see it. Omi ojú máa ń blur vision èèyàn ni. There are better opportunity, better men, better women that God has sent into your life. But tears will not make you see. This person has wasted your time, wasted your resources. Don't let him waste your life again. A man will not send you before. You will still let him condition your disposition, condition your behavior. Don't beat yourself up. Ubawe, could Mary Magdalene, the relationship that will not work, the man that don't want to stay with you will not stay. If you like, cut off your head for him. The one that don't have any plan of staying with you will still not stay. So don't beat yourself up for any reason. It's not worth it. It's not your fault that it did not work. It's not your fault. Number three. We're going to take that as the last one. Number three. Take responsibility of your life. Take responsibility of your life. Marriage is companion. Marriage is not life. I love you, 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 I love you. Never commit your life in the hand of another man. Never. You are responsible for your life. But you see, in the place of marriage, some of us has commit our life to the hand of our spouses. So when the marriage ended, you are thrown in the deep oceans. You don't know where to turn to. See, the only reason why you stay confused and start being vulnerable, it is because you are not telling yourself the truth. See, tell yourself this is it don't happen. Tell yourself the truth. It has happened. You are not the first. I swear to God, you will not be the last. Don't beat yourself up. For how long are you continue to mourn? Rise up and get yourself together. Take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your life. Tí ẹṣin bá dá ni, èèyàn máa ń tún gùn ni. How do I say that in English? If you are going on a journey and you are riding the horse, if you drop from that horse, you fall down from the horse. It doesn't mean you will start trekking because your journey is far. If you fall down from the horse, you climb it back. Take responsibility for your life. Once you have told yourself the truth that is happening, and you make sure you don't beat yourself up, take responsibility. That comes in two parts. One is that if you ever been into a broken relationship or a broken marriage and you did not pick a lesson that makes you better, you are stupid. Let me take that again. If you come out of a broken relationship or a broken marriage and you did not pick a lesson that can equip you and make you a better man or a better woman, something is wrong with you. No matter how you think your spouse did wrong, there is a portion of it that is your fault, be responsible enough to identify it and work on yourself. You know, now you are alone, you are by yourself, you are on your own. So you have opportunity to fix yourself. Please don't go into another relationship with the same foolishness. It is madness to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. It is madness to do the same thing repeatedly and expect a different result. Every time marriage or relationship break is a sad thing, but hear me, there is a good side to it. It's an opportunity for you to be better. Have a time of, now you don't have a choice, now you are isolated. Step back, look within. Is it my tolerance level that I need to work on? Is it my patient level? Now, don't go out with pain. See, you can't do this if you are still in pain, if you are still in anger. Because you won't be realistic. You have an impaired sense of judgment. So many people left a broken relationship with certain negative emotion. Hear me. When you are putting in your best into a relationship, when you are putting in your best, I will attend to this later. You put in your best in a relationship and it did not work out. You now say to yourself, Emike, ẹni ọkùnrin ní ìsìnkí ló kàn mí, ẹni ọkùnrin kìíní ọkùnrin kan, wo, marriage. You are now making negative resolution. You now say, Mike, love ti kú báyìí, kò sí love more. When you put in your best, you didn't get a good result. When you are now putting in nothing, what are you expecting? No, you will get a negative result again. Your best was not enough in the first place. So what you should put in is something that is better than the best. Not for you to be worse. Listen, the fact that it did not work or somebody did not appreciate you should not be a reason why you should stop being good. Because now, that means that person has even conditioned your life. After even walking away from you now, he has conditioned your life. He has made you lesser in value. So now your options are limited because you will now get into another relationship now. You are just misbehaving. You are dealing with trust. You are not functioning right. So now you can't keep a relationship. You are moving from one relationship to another, from one relationship to another, and you just feel, and then you come up with the reason, all men are evil. All men are the same thing. No, it is that your relationship that has broken you down the other time, that has molded you to have a negative perception about life, that is still haunting you into every other good relationship that you have been through, but you can't keep it because you went into the relationship with those negative perception of life. Listen, the best revenge to a spouse that betrayed you is to be better. The best, you hold that man that left you. Say to yourself, propose in your mind that you will be better. The man is even telling you confidently, oh, the rock of fair. Oh, the rock of fair. He left you 5 years ago, 10 years ago. He's still meeting you up and he's still making sexual advice to you because of gbélé ni. Ó tún ṣe wá fún ẹlẹ́nu after 10 years because kò rẹ́ni. Ó ṣù ọ̀fun pa ni pé ó máa lélẹ̀. You allowed it. Hear me. Whatever you permit will exist. If you give permission to bitterness, it remains in your life. You give permission to pain, it will remain in your life. Whatever you permit exists. Whatever you permit will exist. Take responsibility of your life. I told my ex-wife, I said, by the time I marry again, you see, I'm forming a Gabriel now. any this thing. I don't want to have any serious commitment with anybody because I'm taking my time. I told my ex-wife. I think she's now in a relationship, and I'm not envious of that. I'm happy for her. But I told her, I said, by the time I marry again, tó o bá rí ẹni tí mo máa fẹ́, wọn ò bí ẹ rí, wàá ṣe yé. I propose in my mind the quality of woman that I want now. I know now. So Robert of the ex-wife me. No, because see, I hold her that. I said to myself, how will I going to ensure that? Not only that I want to get the quality that would make her know that no now. Màá jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé ó ṣe mí lóore ni by working away. It's an opportunity for me to equip myself because you see, Paul the apostle says, when I was a babe, I think like a babe. See, when you grow up, you know better. Benjamin Franklin said, life tragedy is that we grow old too soon and wise too later. He said the life tragedy is that we grow old too soon and wise too later. In life, we know better. Some decisions we make some 5, 10 years ago, now we know better. We would wish like you turn back the hand of time. That's a miracle. You will never be able to turn back the hands of time. But the front you are going, make a decision to be better. Now you know better. This thing has now broken. Okay, equip yourself to be better. What do I need to do? See, I know for sure that my next marriage will be a heaven on earth. It's going to be a bliss. You know why? I step back. I look at what I was doing wrong. What am I doing? See, I know everything she was doing. I spent the whole of the 6 years seeing what she was doing wrong. But there was never a time where I sat back to say, but when the marriage ended, I sit back. What did I do? Because to me, I put in my best. I realized if there is anything I can point at, for me, I don't have any excuses for failure. And I hate procrastination. I don't understand any reason why you should not do what you need to do. The word diplomacy, I learned it after my first marriage. That a woman will not be slack. No. You see, you have to give people opportunity to be wrong. I'm telling you my own lessons and things I have worked on myself. Now you see that people say things that are not sensible. So many times people call on the show and they say things that are really off track. And I see people commenting, cut them off, Joe, cut them off. And you see I'm just doing like this. You look as if I'm enjoying it. My temperament level now is on the A side because I've learned that people can be wrong. And you have to give people opportunity to be wrong. You have to give people the opportunity to be wrong. Hear me. I'm telling you my own flaws now. Shebi is me, I'm using myself as an example now. In relationship, as much as you want to correct the flaws, you cannot change anybody by shouting on them. The best and the most effective instrument of change is love. You want to change an adult that has grown to form his own norms and value. No, you can't change an adult. The only thing that changes people is love. So you just want to no tolerance for anything that is wrong. This is wrong. You can't. Why do you do it like this? You want to. And then, of course, action begat reaction. Action begat reaction. The more I was correcting what I really think I wanted her to change and really do right, the more she's seeing me as criticizing her, as judging her, as bringing her down. So why do you always talk me down? And I wasn't talking her down. I really want her to be better. But because of the way pushing came out, so all she's seeing is somebody who is talking her down. I didn't know this when I was in the marriage. I know this after. So I know now that if you have somebody now, they will likely misbehave or they will do things. See, 10 plus 5 is 15. 9 plus 6 is 15. 12 plus 3 is 15. There are so many numbers that can be added together that will make 15. So we can have different approach to life and still get the same results. Now you thinking that 15 have to be 10 plus 5 must be 15. You are wrong. You have to give people opportunity to be expressive. If not, your motive, your good intention will be misrepresented as you being humiliating. I didn't know this when I was married. I knew this after, because I took responsibility for my life and I look at my actions and inactions. Now there is no tension. Now there is no pressure. Now you are on your own. You have the opportunity. Hear me. Don't see your disappointment. See it from the positive angle as an opportunity for you to restart and be better. Because you see, perception in life, stop. If you see that, okay, one man left you now, you now begin to see yourself as if you are bereaved. You begin to see yourself as if, no. See the opportunity in it, that now you can re-strategize. I hate nagging passionately. Whether you have a legitimate reason to nag or you don't have a legitimate reason to nag, I hate nagging. I have fans and followers that they will even from that. People can nag with messages. They will send me message like this, and I can see venting, and I don't like it. Whether you have a reason to nag or not, I will just not respond to it. When it look as if you are venting, I can't deal with nagging. Plead your cause and just get over it. Àsọtúnsọ ẹjọ́ wẹ́wẹ́ bùdùbùdùbùdù yẹn. It drains my blood. I can start crying for you just nagging. Omobola, how are you? Pẹ̀lẹ́ má bínú. Ìwọ náà kú ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. My account is actually suspended for 30 days. That's why most of you did not see notification. My account is suspended. I actually just maneuver it to coming through Victor King 2. That's how I'm able to even be live now. So because my main account is suspended, so most people did not get notification. Bola, if you can help me, if you share, can you tag somebody when you share something? If anybody can tag that my account, maybe it will stay there. But I can't share it on my wall right now. Now, I hate nagging so bad. And I can tell you, it's one of the reasons that, truncates my first marriage. This year, I was chatting with my mother. And my mother called me. She was talking and she said, Pelumi, listen. She said, listen. Anybody tí ò bá ní tolerance for nagging does not have any business marrying a woman. He said, gbọ́ mi dáadáa, every woman nags. They nag at different degree, but every woman. No, there's a way she said it. She said, every woman have their moment of madness. They do it. Sometimes they don't even know what they are doing. They don't even know why they are doing it. He said, they just do it. They have their moments. He says, so tó o bá sọ pé o like nagging, o lè stand nagging, má marry mọ́. That was a harsh advice when she gave me. I'm like, what is she saying? Every woman getting your ogbanje. So for me, it is an unreasonable demand for me to say, I can't stand nagging. Now, I have filter. I take what is necessary. I begin to adjust myself to be able to tolerate it. You just talk and I don't have to talk back. But before you start nagging, I will go off. I'm a very nice person until you nag around me. Whether you have a reason, Kenya 100 iku, man so like me, whether man or woman, my friends knows. I have been through a time in life. You will never see me complain about something. It's not because I have it all. I don't like it. No. I don't. I hate negativity, period. Once, even if a friend, a male, every time I see you, you always say, I'm easy on my life, you're going to. Next time I see you, always complain about something about life. I will avoid you. I don't like bad energy. You know, I want to be happy, and I don't think that's an unreasonable demand. But you see, thank you, Omobola. Okay, you bad now, you come back. Thank you. So, this moment, take responsibility of your life. Sit back and see how you can better your life. Number two is part of, that part of taking responsibility for your life is that equip yourself. Like I said, two of you have been together before, things has gone bad, you are far apart. Whether you know it, whether you don't know it, there is a silent competition from there. God no go shame you. Ma fira wole that your ex will now be seeing you as if he has messed up your life, God, because he's seeing you now. You are going like this everywhere. Why that be a No. There is a competition that is unannounced, and you have to understand that competition exists. Behave yourself. Stop throwing pity party up and down. You just want to talk about your breakup. Everybody that meets you before they say hello, auntie, you continue to watch the role. Oh, everybody is tired of your story. You have tell your story repeatedly. No, now be responsible. Get over it. It has happened 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Anybody that meets you in 2 days know your story of breakup. Kilo shele. Be responsible. Pick yourself up. Pick your life up. Pick your life up. You have not reached the end of the road. Hear me. Depression don't heal completely. So save yourself a trip to the psych ward. No man deserves your health. Hear me. It is not any man that put you into any problem. If you begin to fall sick, your blood pressure has gone high, now you are living on medication. No be the man. Bó ṣe pé ìwọ kan ṣe pé fara ẹni. Ìwọ ló gbéra ẹ sínú problem. It has happened. That's why you need to tell yourself that it has happened. Pick yourself up. You're responsible for your life. Pick your life up. Engage yourself in something. If it is a 3-month course, 6-month course, see, when you are going through heartbreak, hear me. The more you give yourself alone time, time that you are idle moments, the more you will feed your pain. The more you give yourself spare time, the more you will feed your pain, and your pain start getting bigger. Engage yourself in profitable ventures. Soon, man, Jairai, stop enjoying sympathy. All those friends that keep calling you, one boy, shaking bag, breaking kilo tiwaje, they are not helping you. Kilo ṣe ẹṣọ ọmọ kú lọ́wọ́ ẹ ni. Be responsible for your own life. That man that left you has not taken away your life. It is you that has dropped your life on the ground. Pick it up. He hasn't done you any harm. He has only betrayed you. Did he take... For how long will you mourn and throw sympathy and throw pity party everywhere? You have become advocates of disappointment and depression. No, now. Hear me. There are people who have been through more disappointment than yours. So stop boring everybody with your bitter story. Seek to have a sweet. See, your story will not be good if you are talking about your pain and your disappointments and it did not end in afterward. I did this and God helped me and this is where I am now. That is when your story is sweet, though. If your story is that one man broke your heart and disappointed you and broke your trust, and that is why you are now down, that is why your life is now shut down, your story is not interesting. Make a good, happy ending of this bitter story. Make a happy ending of your pain. Make a happy ending of your bitterness. Make a happy ending of your disappointments. Make sure that this pain right now, this sad story, you will have a happy ending. And you hold yourself that responsibility. And the only way you are going to have a happy ending is that you pick your life up from now, from this point, and invest in your life, in something tangible over the time. Over the time. Step out. Become something. Every broken relationship comes with a challenge that says that you can't. Everything that it seems that you can't do it better. Stop making excuses. No, I'm alone by myself now with 2 children. No, I'm alone. You are not the first. There are so many people. Ṣebí wọ́n tiẹ̀ lọ́kàn gbà kan ó wá padà lọ ní àbò wá cheat àbò ṣe kíní kan wá fi ẹ́ lẹ̀. Àwọn kan ò rẹ́ni gbóyún lọ́wọ́ wọn rárá. When they should pick life up, when they should amount to something significant, no matter how bad you think your own situation is, some people's life will prove you wrong. Be responsible for your life. Tell yourself that you owe yourself a life. Give it. I'm going to stop right there today. Now, on Monday, we are going to start by the process, because the next point is finding help. Getting help that you need. Hear me. Hear me. If you are going through a process of broken trust and a process of pain, you need therapy. Don't let all this African mindset destroy your life. Ẹlòmíì àgànná ti wà lára ẹ̀ kò mọ̀. O ti ń ṣe gángan ìwà ẹ̀ ò dọ́gba mọ́. You don't trust anybody. Béèyàn jáàmù lẹ̀kùn tó jáàmù ẹjù, àti ẹ ti ṣe báyìí. You can barely sit in the dark. Àgbàlagbà at your age. You are living in fear and pain. You need therapy. We're going to continue on Monday when I will start talking about finding help. Hear me. He's not talking about your matter to everybody. Gbogbo àwọn tó rojọ́ fún wọn ń yọ̀ ẹ́ lẹ́yìn ni. Tó o bá ń rojọ́ fún wọn ń ṣe ó ga o ọkùnrin mo dẹ̀ mọ gbogbo àwọn tẹ̀lé love bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn dẹ̀ ṣe fún bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn gan pẹ̀lú ọmọ méjì báyà ìyá iná tó o bá lọ tán gbogbo àtọ́ wà nílẹ̀ kan ò lè bá sọ anything ó gbé gàgà wọ́n ń yọ̀ ẹ́ lẹ́yìn ni. Hear me, nobody is interested in anybody right now. So telling your matter to friends and family, you are just washing your dirty linen outside. They are not interested in your life. They will just mock you. Find help in the right place. Find help from people who are not interested in mocking you or judging you. People who are trained in giving you the help that you need in the time of pain and broken trusts. You need therapy. You need it. Matter of fact, you see a typical person that is born in Africa, grew up in a hostile environment like Nigeria, for you to be balanced, you actually need therapy. We will continue from there on Monday. On Monday, we will continue from this point. Ladies and gentlemen, is such. I hope somebody gets something Yeah. By Monday, we'll talk about, still this same topic, healing broken trust. But we are going to talk about finding help. Finding help. Getting help. Because you need help. You need help. You need help. You need help. In a lonely world, you need help. Not a crying shoulder. You need a support system. Because you see, your judgment is impaired at that moment of pain. How to find help, what kind of help you should seek, and where you can get it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been such a great privilege being your host tonight. Thank you very much. I hope that you enjoy your night. My name is Victor King, and I will see you again on Monday. Have a very blissful weekend.
Baby, I wish I could have been more for you. As I watch you leave, I cannot believe. So it's come true. All my friends they laugh, 'cause I want you back with me. My baby's gone, gone, gone. My baby's gone from me. Have you seen my baby for me? My baby's gone, gone, gone. My baby's gone from me. Have you seen my baby for me? I feel just like a fool to let you go away. I wish I held you closer and not push you away. I didn't understand you. I thought your love was real. I wish to kiss you deeper. Can we find a way? My baby's gone, gone, gone. My baby's gone, gone. Have you seen my baby for me? My baby's gone, gone, gone. My baby's gone from me. Have you seen my baby for me? Can I say I'm sorry for the change? Oh, my baby's gone. It's gone. It's gone. My baby's gone. I have to see my baby.